This is the one. It really might be the one. This is the Manfrotto ONE tripod, and it kind of does everything. I'm going to show you a bunch of what it does here. We've also got a bunch of B-roll of me using this in the field we're going to cut to, so let's just get rolling. First of all, pretty good sized tripod. This is not a travel tripod. This is a hefty, proper studio, proper carry it around when you need something big and heavy kind of a tripod. First, let's talk about the legs and how they extend out. It is a single release mechanism. So what I'm going to do is just pull on this handle here, and that is going to release the leg. So just like this, and boom, and it goes all the way down. Now, of course, I can set that to whatever height I want and lock that in place. The other ones, same thing. Release those, lock and lock, and there we go. So first step, nice and easy, quick release on the legs. Second thing, what if when you set it up, you're not quite even, right? Well, video tripods have this really cool thing called a bowl in it, and the bowl allows you to very easily adjust the balance, adjust the straightness of the head. Well, this actually has a bowl. So that release lever is right here. So this little lever right here, when I flip that up, now it's a bowl for flattening. Of course, there's a little fluid level on here, so I can level that out, lock that in place, and there you go. Now, the thing about having a bowl is that once you add a bowl, you lose the ability to raise and lower the head. There's no column, but this has a column. It's got the bowl and it's got the column. You kind of think like, how is that even possible? But it is. So we release that, open this guy here, and now I can raise it on a column. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, so good. So we can raise it up on a column. But this column's a little bit funky. It does some cool stuff. Watch this. What if I want to do like a top-down shot? Well, I can raise this column up, push the little release lever here, spin that out, and now look. Now I've got a tripod with an extended head that I can do top-down shots with. How cool is that? Goes sideways. There we go, like so. And now I can mount the camera here, shoot top-down without having to invert the column and deal with all of that messiness. So this is a super, super cool setup. So now I'm going to go for a top-down on these Doom Shrooms. So now, of course, I'm just trying to find the right position for this shot. Now, if you want to get this closer to the ground, I'm going to take my legs, collapse them down. It's not quite low enough. Well, of course, we can extend these out. So let's just hit the release lever here and pop that leg all the way out. Look at how far out it goes. Now, there's a couple of steps. It can go that height, or there's this default. So let's go ahead all the way out like so. Take this one all the way out like so. And of course the other one all the way out like so. And now I think we're pretty close to the ground here. This is close. So of course the tripod legs spread out nicely so you can get that really low shot. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to get a lot closer to this, which means I need to get these legs even lower, which means I need to spread them out even more. So fortunately they do. Okay, let's put this thing back up. We'll go full height. And let's put this back into its normal position. So to do that, all I gotta do is pull it out, hit the little release, up, and down it goes. Wiggle that into place. So now, let's say I wanted to go really low like I just was, but I wanted it to be on this top position. Well, the post is in the way. See the post that's in the way? You can't, oh wait. If I go up here, hit the little release, I can just take that post off. There you go. So the post comes off. So now I can go flat with the head in the upright position, and we're good to go. Okay, so that's pretty cool. But so far, we've seen some cool stuff here, but we haven't even seen the two absolutely coolest features of this whole tripod. Number one is for vertical shooting. Now look, I'm an open gate kind of guy. I tend to not really shoot a whole lot of vertical, but if you want to shoot vertical, watch this. Let's get a camera on here. This, by the way, is the new Manfrotto bag. So today we're heading up into the hills, into the forest to get some pictures of some mushrooms. Got this new Manfrotto bag, which, there we go, it's called the Pro Light. This is a beast of a bag. I don't usually like really big backpacks just because they put way too much weight on you. But so far, this thing's pretty cool. It's got a lot of really neat features. We'll do a full tour of it later, but it is what I'm using today for the first time. Let's get the camera on the tripod. And so now we're there, we're ready to go. Let's face you. See, I want to get a vertical shot of you. All I got to do is do that. How cool is that? Here, let's see that again. Sideways, there's a little release button up here. All I got to do is push that and it tilts up and it locks into place. And it's locked. It's not going anywhere. Push again to release and back down. Now that's cool, right? That's a really cool feature. Let's get the camera off of here for the moment. To do that, we just got to push the release button here and then pull back on the little finger release. So nice and secure, not going anywhere. And now, let's just say, now we're getting into the coolest feature about this whole thing. Let's just say that you want to swap the head on here. Maybe you just have a different head you want to put on, or more likely, you have a slider. You want to put a slider on, which means you got to take this head off, mount the slider onto the tripod, and then mount this head onto the slider. That's a whole lot of work. You know, you've done this. You know, you got to find the tools to unloosen it, and you got to find the right wrench, the right size, and then you unscrew it. All of that is gone. All of that is history, because now that's all I got to do to take the head off. Did you see it? Let me do that again. Here, put it on. The head is on. That's it. The head's on. The head's on there. That's all. Take it off, turn that, and it comes off. That is crazy cool. This is the XCHANGE system from Manfrotto, and this thing is wild. Now, when you buy this tripod, you get this head with this XCHANGE system built into it. Let's call this the male part is here. This tripod head itself has the female end built into it. But if you have another head that you like, or as in my example, you've got a slider, you can buy a whole separate plate head combo. This is the XCHANGE kit. So this is two parts here. I'll go ahead and release that, and now it comes apart. So now it's just the same as what was already on here. But what this means is I can take this piece, the receiver, and put this on the bottom of my slider, and take this piece, the male part of it, and put it on top of the slider. This is a lot easier to see in person. I shot some of this out in the field. Let's take a look at that. One of the coolest things about this tripod is the quick release head. Now, you've heard of quick release camera plates, but this has a quick release head system. I want to put this slider on, and you've done this before. You put a slider onto a tripod. That means you have to get out the tools, unscrew a bunch of parts, put the head back onto the slider. It's a real pain in the butt. So watch what happens here. This is so easy. Now, just like a quick release camera, I can release the entire head. Just set that down. Take my slider that already has the attachment on here, just slap that on, lock that into place. That's done. And now I've got the other end of the attachment here on top of the slider already. So now I can take this head and just pop that on like that. So it's never ever been this easy to replace the head to put a slider on a tripod ever before. This is huge. So we've got a couple other things to look at here as well. When you buy the tripod, you get this carrying case with it. Just a simple little carrying case, no big deal, except that it actually is kind of a big deal because this case unzips out completely flat with the intention of being a gear pad. Now you've got somewhere to set your gear to keep it clean while you're in the field. You can see that mine's all muddy on the outside because I've been throwing this in the mud. This is a fantastic little accessory. It's just one of those things you go, oh, nicely thought out. If you do want a more robust bag, of course, Manfrotto's got you covered. This is a much bigger bag. It holds all the parts, keeps everything separate, big carrying, big padded thing with big handles and a big zipper. So if you want something bigger, this is great. It's actually got a nice handle built in here, which I discovered on our shoot. Makes it quite easy to get in and out of the car. Just, little things. Finally, one last little accessory. This is a magic arm. This is a separate purchase, but this magic arm is kind of designed for this tripod. There is a receiver hole on the tripod itself. That itself is nothing new. You see that on a lot of tripods, but this one actually has Arri pins on it. So when you screw this thing on, it is fully secure. It's not going anywhere. And now you've got a nice solid clamp there. That's just a little magic arm to mount your monitor or microphone or light or whatever you want onto the tripod, and that's not going to twist away from you. So that is this tripod. It's nice. it's got a lot of really cool features. This tripod may well be the one.